to find a little bit of shade, and we're going to talk about some things. We'll read scripture there as well. But it's a very steep theater. As Levent had mentioned, the steepest theater that is in Turkey, maybe the steepest theater in the world, as far as I know. I don't know of anyone that's any steeper than that. When you sit on those steps, you'll know what I'm talking about. It even appears more steep as it is. So if you're a student, when I'm lecturing and you fall asleep, you're going to roll all the way down to Thyatira. Yeah. You just roll up in the ball and you just keep rolling. Now, Dionysus, the god Dionysus, was the patron deity of theatrical productions. Now, most of you recognize Dionysus as being the god of wine, the party-hardy kind of a god. And the celebration of Dionysus as a god was associated with orgies, sexual orgies, but also violence. And so that spilled over into theatrical productions. And many of the Christians and Jews discouraged people from going to theatrical productions because what was counter to the culture. Kind of like today. I mean, theatrical productions, musical productions, things of that sort, foul language, sexual innuendo, sex, violence, that's something that really stirs crowds. And of course, back then it was very attractive because this was about the only kind of entertainment, this in the sports and the activity taking place at a hippodrome. This city didn't have a hippodrome, so there's none of that going on. But there's an allure to that. And Tertullian, our North African early church father, really rails against theatrical productions and really discourages Christians from participating in it. Now, almost all theaters will have either a temple of Dionysus, and that's what you see over here on the right-hand side down below. We'll see it better when we take our seats on the theater. Or if they don't have a temple right there next to the the theater, they will have an altar of Dionysus in the theater, which you can see. We're going to be going to Priene. No, we're not going to Priene? Okay, we won't see that. Forget it. I never mentioned it. But Priene's got a theater and an altar of Dionysus right smack dab in the middle of it. Now, I want to point out some structures in the lower city, but let's make our way down. If everybody's if you want a few more minutes to take pictures up here, snap them away. And then we want to make our way down. I want to show you the barrel vaulting that took place for the construction of this flat platform. As you can imagine, this is a hill, right? You cannot construct temples and buildings, palace complexes like this on slopes. So what they had to do is they had to level the Acropolis. Now, how do you do this? Well, this is the same thing that happened in Jerusalem. The Temple of Jerusalem was built upon Mount Zion. Okay, what they had to do to build that temple is they had to build retaining walls out around the side, fill in those retaining walls to create a flat platform upon which you can then build your temples. Okay, and when we go down, we'll look off onto the right-hand side, and you can see the impressive barrel vaulting that took place to create this platform up here. So we'll take a peek at that, and then we want to move over to the area of the Athena Temple. Maybe a few words there that Levin can offer us, and then we want to move down into the theater and spend a few moments there.
Yeah. So shall we go that way and walk in?
Okay.